Welcome to the Blerdsnerds podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Blerdsnerds podcast. I'm Shannon.
I'm James.
I'm Jaja.
And we're bringing you all our thoughts on everything happening in nerd culture. Jaja, I just want to let you know that James has let me know on Friday night that we've been saying his name wrong this whole time, and his name is not James. So,
Oh, you know what's crazy? I was actually joking about that.
wait, okay, were you joking for real?
Yeah, no, I was joking.
But is James how you really pronounce your name, or is it not?
Yeah.
It is?
No, it's pronounced and spelled James.
Wait, it is?
Okay,
Yeah.
I was about to say, is there like a secret H in there somewhere?
But there is though, right? Like, do you really spell your like?
No, that's a nickname.
Oh, that's a nickname.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, it's like an inside joke. Someone was looking at the pronunciation of my name and it was like, is it pronounced James? And I was like, there's no way this person just pronounced James wrong. So, yeah.
Okay, I never knew because at the villains ball, Rokoy was calling you. She was calling you. What's she calling you? She was calling you
James?
James. Yeah. Okay, so
James?
everyone's just in on the joke.
Okay.
Gosh,
I
James.
mean, at
I
least
never know when
you
he's
go,
joking.
I was gonna say, at least when you get in Ubers, they don't automatically call you haha. Haha.
That's
I
funny.
can see that one.
Um, I'm sorry, Jada. That sucks.
That's pretty funny. I love it.
It is funny. Dang, I'm so gullible, James. I don't know. I never know when you're joking or not. I was really actually feeling bad that I was
That's-
saying your name
Oh,
wrong.
no, I thought y'all knew I was joking around.
That's
No,
what makes it so fun, Shannon.
I know. Anyway, if you're new to the podcast, you can watch us on our YouTube channel, or you can subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your podcast app of choice. What is up, guys? We have a lot to talk about this week. This weekend was Villains Ball, so we'll talk about that in a little bit. But before that, like, what are some nerdy things that you guys have done in the past week?
Let me kick us off. I got my notes here. So I'm just about caught up on Apothecary Diaries.
Nice.
Yeah, I was kind of background watching it, but it's cooking, so I had to lock in a little bit. It's taking it. I wasn't really sure what it was even about. I still don't really know what it's about. But I mean, there's like an underlying story, but it seems each episode they do kind of something
It's
different.
different.
So,
Yeah, it's not like
yeah.
yeah.
So I wouldn't say it's about a particular thing. I mean, maybe about the main character and her,
Mhm.
life as an apothecary.
Yeah.
But yeah, catching up on that. That's pretty much the only thing I watched this week besides playoffs, NBA playoffs. There's a Grand Slam track meet going on. So for all the track nerds out there, Miami, we got some great results coming out of that. Glad they made that a league because now we get meets in the US. I want to go to one eventually, but my schedule is a little all over the place. I watched Lazarus, so that's still coming on. I believe it comes on Toonami like on Saturday nights, but I've been watching on Max the following day. But that one's still really interesting. It's hard to exactly say what that's about either. I mean, I know what it's about. It's like a life-changing drug, but that changes the world. But actually, no, the next part's a spoiler. So you guys should check it out, is what I'm saying. Definitely check out Lazarus. Watch Thunderbolts with Shannon and Spivey here.
Yes.
They were so gracious enough to hang out with me.
Okay. James was really trying hard not to hang out with us.
I was the best host. Gaming wise though, Marvel Rivals, of course. South of Midnight, I've been playing still. I pre-ordered Ghost of Yotei. I pre-ordered
Nice.
physical. There was no cool bonus. I mean, there's a pre-order bonus, but crazy thing is the collector's edition doesn't even come with the physical disc. I didn't know that was a thing, but I've been looking into it, and a lot of collector's editions don't come with an actual physical disc. You just get a digital game. So
That's crazy.
that's kind of crazy. Yeah. And then also I played this game called Repo. I don't know if you guys have heard of that. It's a PC game. It's Jaja's familiar. Yeah, it's hilarious. It's like kind of scary, but like the scary stuff ends up being funny.
Let me look this
So
up.
you definitely want to play that one with friends.
It's-
I think it's like
it's one of
$10
those-
on Steam.
It's one of those indie dev Steam games that just went absolutely viral out of nowhere and small budget, so they shout out to that team for,
Love these
Being
small budget
creative.
games doing successful things.
Yeah,
This
I'm
is-
trying to grab more games off of Steam or like just chill indie studios. But like they're pumping out crazy fun games that I don't want to say are going under the radar, but they don't get a lot of
Yeah.
spotlight from the media. But like in streams I watch and stuff, I see people playing it. So now I finally got some friends invited me to play it with them. So
This looks
no,
weird.
that one's a lot of fun. Yeah, it's like a weirdly fun game. But the premise you're like these little, I don't even know what they are, but
Yeah,
things that
what
are
are
trying
they?
to essentially repossess items and make money. And then it's like you keep on taking items and making money, but you don't want to get caught by like the monsters or whatever the villain is
Oh,
in that thing. Um,
interesting.
so you got to be quiet when you do it too. But yeah, that was a game I was playing, and I've been reading Lakewood, so I'm about halfway done with that.
Nice. Nice, nice, nice.
And the Villain's Ball, of course.
Yes, and the villain's ball. Um, I'll go next. So I finished reading The Monsters We Make, so done with that. It's very good. So looking forward to whenever volume 2 comes out, which they're working on it now, so who knows, probably like next year or something, if we're lucky. But it was really good. I enjoyed the story. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Kaiju number 8, like a little bit. Like there's a lot of similarities there. But it's still like it's different enough, so it's cool. The main character, I don't know, it took me a while to come around to him. I feel like he has some unlikable qualities, but he's cool though. I ended up liking him by the end. So, what else? What else? I ordered finally my box set of the original Deke dub of Sailor Moon, and that came in the mail earlier this week. So
Nice.
I have the box set. It claims to be the original 90s dub, but I haven't opened it yet, so I need to pop it in the PlayStation and actually see if I was scammed or not, or if it's true. So we'll see. So I'm excited to have that finally.
Wait, it's only two
And
discs?
yeah, no, no, no. It is like no, there's like one, two, three, four, five, six.
Oh, sheesh.
There's 8 discs. Yeah, so it's a lot.
Sailor Moon rewatch coming.
Yep. No, for real. Yeah, so it's all 159 episodes and then also the 3 movies as well of the original. So it's pretty exciting. And then I had got Astrobot from James when I saw him. I have not played it yet, but I have it. So I'm gonna pop that in the PlayStation to download it sometime this week.
You won't want to put it down.
What else did I do? I have not watched anything because since I was out of town, like I didn't get a chance to watch Windbreakers this week. Crunchyroll finally let me back in though, so I was able so my Crunchyroll is working again, which is good. So now I can like maybe come off the anime break that I was on. Crunchyroll is the reason why I haven't been watching anime. It would not let me in to watch my shows. So I don't know what's going on over there, Crunchyroll, but whatever. And I've been playing Assassin's Creed still. I'm getting a lot of time in with that game. Jossie, I'm gonna shout out Jossie right now because he's making me feel bad for playing Assassin's Creed and not Expedition 33. Since
I was about to say, I
yeah,
see Joshua on Expedition 33. He's playing that heavy.
yeah, he is, and like he's trying to guilt me because I'm playing Assassin's Creed, which is a Ubisoft game, and I'm like, I never said. I'm like, I was playing Assassin's Creed before this game came out, and I'm just trying to be financially responsible and not buy another game before I finish the game that I'm playing. So I am gonna play it. I do want to play it. I've seen a lot of reviews from people who don't historically like turn-based RPGs say that it's like really good. So, if that's what the majority of people who are saying that don't like turn-based games, then maybe I will like it. So I will buy it, especially since it's only $50. I'll buy that next and I will play it, but I'm not gonna buy it right now while I still have a bunch of Assassin's Creed to play. Physically responsible. I mean, not physically, financially. Sorry.
Fiscally.
um, wait, what did you say, James? Sorry.
Oh, fiscally
Yeah,
responsible.
fiscally. Sorry, that is what I meant to say. And yeah, we went to Villain's Ball, which we'll talk about right after Jaja gives us his nerdy things of this week. Oh, and I saw Thunderbolts, obviously, as James said. We saw it yesterday.
Well, my nerdy things aren't too long. I did go and see Thunderbolts
Amazing.
yesterday.
Thank you. That's all.
Um, I've been gaming recently, haven't really watched anything. Um, I think earlier in the week I was probably still talking about Sinners a lot. And then, in my conversations, and I've been still playing South of Midnight. I did another chapter in that. Um, and then I'm trying to resist the urge to go into Oblivion Remastered until they update it. I think I played a little bit of Expedition 32, not 33, not that much. They did drop another game on Game Pass called Towerborn, and I don't know if you remember it from the showcase, but it's like a side-scrolling hack and slash adventure, but it's like a hack and slash looter. So you're like Imagine like the Streets of Rage or TMNT, but you're like collecting gear and making your character more powerful, and it's supposed to be like a MMO-ish. There's a hub where you can party up with people, and the gameplay is pretty good. Like you can just bounce enemies back and forth between each other, juggling and stuff like that. So I want to get into that, but I feel like it's going to take up a lot of time. So I'm trying not to just leave South of Midnight by the side. Though I've been trying to focus on South of Midnight, but I've been like every time I sit down for a session, I kind of want to get through one chapter. Like I don't want to like leave,
The whole
halfway
thing
through
all
a
at once.
chapter.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
what chapter are you on now? 9?
I'm on 9. Yeah,
You're almost done. You just have to lock in for like 2.5 hours and you'll be done. If even
I've,
that.
I've I've been enjoying like doing it one chapter at a time. I don't know.
Hmm.
These stories are heavy. Like I haven't. All these chapters are pretty heavy.
Yeah.
So, and that's pretty much it for my nerdy things.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you got, well, so wait, what chapter are you on, James?
I actually have no idea.
James stops in the
Yeah,
middle.
the
He
last
he
last time
doesn't
I
finish it.
played was like Thursday. No, I do end at like the
Okay.
chapter ending.
Okay.
Some of the chapters are mad short and some are like
Some are really long.
longer.
Yeah, some are long. Um, but yeah, but I mean, I understand wanting to savor it though, because the story is very good and it is a pretty short game. So, um, yeah. Uh,
Beat it this week. I don't know.
hmm?
Might beat it this week.
We'll see. Anyway, anyway, this Friday was Villains Ball, and me, James, and Spivey, friend of the pod, we all went. Jaja said he's gonna join us next year. He's committed, so we'll see him then. It was a great time. James, what were your thoughts on the event this year?
I had a ball.
Yes, James was this was James' return to alcohol. So he's
Oh
was
yeah, I hadn't been drinking.
yeah, it's been a while for James. So I was honestly scared for him because it's been like 6 months, he said, since he drank. And he was he I feel like he was doing a lot, honestly. So but he was okay. So he says. Or he
Yeah, I
seemed
wasn't out there
he seemed
wilding out
okay.
or nothing like that. I just happened to drink more than Shannon thought I should have.
He had a shot of tequila, then he had a shot of Jack, then he had a shot of then he like switched to vodka at some point, and he had a glass of champagne. It was a little bit all over the place. I don't know. But
I was
he's
just enjoying the open bar nature of the party.
he was seemingly fine. So it was
Oh
good.
man, open bar. Yeah, I would have been all. I'd have been right next to James.
Yeah, the open bar was good and the food was good too.
Food was
So
hitting.
the food was good. This year they had more like last year it was more like appetizer type food, but like this year it was actually like a hot bar. So it was
Yeah,
good.
and people were walking around with things for you to try. It felt
Yeah.
it felt lovely.
Yeah. It was
Oh,
good.
nice.
Yeah, the vibes like there was a lot of good music playing. Not that there wasn't a lot of music, not that there wasn't good music playing last year, but this year it felt more like a party. Where like last year it was like it felt like I don't know what to describe what it felt like last year. It still felt like a party, but it felt like more of a party this year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe because it was more a little bit tighter knit, so it was a different
Yeah.
venue. So
Hmm.
last year felt like there was like a kind of a big open space that was being unused, but this time
Yeah.
I don't want to say there wasn't open space, but there wasn't as much like open space. Like you were closer with the other people in there.
Yeah. 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 For sure. So yeah, it was really good. Orlando Jones was there, barely. Barely. He
Yeah,
came.
I feel like he came on the mic and left.
Yeah. I know. Did you get to meet him, James, or no?
I did it.
Oh, dang.
Yeah,
Didn't even
I
get a
did not.
picture for the guests of honor. That's okay. Yeah, I like barely saw him because I was like standing way back there, and then he like never. I thought he was gonna judge the cosplay contest.
Yeah, I thought so too. Well, I mean, I was under the impression he'd be there like the entire time, kind of
Yeah,
just mingling, and maybe he was, and we just didn't know where he was.
yeah. I think he just went to the back and was chilling back there. I don't know. But James judged the cosplay contest, or did you really judge the No, right? Because that ended up being fan voting, right? But you gave a recommendation.
Um, yeah, well, I put some votes in, but I mean, it was the same as the
Yeah.
fans had voted for anyhow. So
Who'd you vote for?
I voted for Fembot from Austin Powers
Okay.
and Mojo Jojo.
Yeah, there were a lot of good. There were a lot of good cosplays this
There's
year.
some great,
Yeah,
great
there were
girls out there.
there were a lot of really really good ones. I went as Poison
Who
Ivy.
are some of your faves?
Some of my faves. The girl who was what's his face from One Piece? Uh,
Doflamingo?
yes, yes, that was a good one. I really liked her
That was a
outfit.
good one.
I really liked her outfit. And then I also really like Fembot. Who else did I notice? Oh, the girl who did the Oogie Boogie cosplay,
That one
with the
was fire.
hood. That one was she was my favorite. She was really dope. And then
I
I'm
put in a
trying
vote for that one too.
yeah, I'm trying to remember who else. The Mojo Jojo one I liked as well. Um, I
Somebody
think
was there as Donald Trump.
oh yeah, somebody won as Donald Trump, which I think was it's taking it. I mean, it's very true, but I feel like we're too much in the reality for me to appreciate the joke. 'Cause, but it was interesting that he did that because I thought that we weren't supposed to get political with the outfits. But there's always one that doesn't care about the
Yeah.
instructions.
Geo was Shredder. What he
Yes.
was dressed up. Yeah, I liked his a lot.
Yeah. I think that was all I can remember right now off the top of my head. Yeah. Did you have
Yeah,
any other
I have to
favorites that
look through
didn't
the
enter?
pictures. That didn't enter all the JoJo's characters. So someone is Dio for sure.
Hmm.
Someone is Akira from
Yeah.
JoJo's.
Yeah. It was fun. And then James went as Kang. He had a great outfit. He was sponsored actually. His outfit was sponsored because he's famous. Do you hear this, Jaja?
Not quite.
Huh?
That-
He was
That's pretty dope.
he was sponsored.
That's a flex.
We should shout out the company that sent you the costume on this website. Who was it?
Yeah, we should. Hold on, let me check my DMs. No free
Big
promo.
flex. Yeah, I saw the pictures. Your poor look pretty good.
Yeah, it was a very solid like structuring of outfit. So we should definitely shout them out for sure because it was very good quality. And while he's looking for that, I went
Do
as
they specialize in cosplay? This company?
They do. Yeah, they make cosplays.
Okay, let
yeah,
me check them.
I'm gonna check
Check
them
them out.
out.
It's a small Etsy store.
Oh, okay.
Well, their storefront is Etsy. What is
Yes.
this person's name?
Dang, James. You let them
They
send
about
you the
they about to fire
costume.
me. They
You
about to
let
charge me money.
you let them send you the cosplay and then you forgot about them.
Yeah.
While James is doing that, Spivey went as Yzma from Emperor's New Groove, and I went as Poison Ivy. There were a couple Poison Ivies there, and there were also a couple of Yzmas there. So, and I was telling Spivey, I was like, oh, like I think you're gonna be the only Yzma. Like, I think it's fine, but no, there were like three others, and there were like two other Poison Ivies too, but it's fine. All is well.
Great minds think alike.
Yeah. But it was a great time. Their events are always cool, so shout out to them. Um,
There's a lot of one year it was like Cruella de Vil. There were like four or
yeah.
five Cruella de Vils in there.
Yeah. I mean, even this year, there were still, I saw like three Cruella de Vils or two or three. But it was a great time though. I would recommend Plus Ultra. Can you not do it on Friday next year? Please, like do it on Saturday, please. I was
Maybe
t
not Friday.
I was tired. We drove in earlier that day. I was like, okay. I was really rallying through by the end of the night. But doing it on Saturday, I think would be a lot better for the working people of the world. Um, yeah, but it was a great time. It was a great event.
Yeah, I
So
had a ball. And shout out to 10 Cause.
is that
TN Cause.
that's what it is? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at their Etsy
Is that
store.
TEN cos? How you spell
TEN.
it?
Like the number 10.
Oh, the
Okay.
number 10.
And then
10
how you spell the cos? Is it with a K?
No, I just like cosplay.
C-O
Okay, got it. Boom.
C-O-S. C-O-S?
10 cos.
How come that's not
Shout
popping
out
up?
to them.
All right. Can you like send me a link to their storefront? Because like weird stuff is coming
Yeah.
up on Decadent. Thank you.
Yeah, I got you.
Hopefully they could do a nice errand villain cosplay.
But yeah, that was our oh, that's a controversial one, Jaja. You should absolutely do that.
Was
Let's
there
get
any errands?
no. So that'll be
Ooh,
a unique one. Yeah.
surprise.
Yeah. That'll be a unique one.
2026.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He's committed
Oh yeah.
already. 2026. He's going.
Yep. Let me know when the date drops, when the ticket sales drop.
Yes. All right, cool. So yeah, Villains Ball was great. So shout out to Plus Ultra Entertainment. And if you've never been to any of their events and you are semi-accessible to the DMV area, then you should definitely give them a follow on Instagram. They also do other events too, like for the different cons, they travel and do like official after parties. So they usually do an after party for like Anime NYC, like if you're in the NYC area. And do they do an after party at DreamCon? James, do you know? Like an official one?
An official one. I think they did one last year, but it
Okay.
was kind of impromptu. This
Okay.
year I haven't heard anything yet. DreamCon is later this month actually, but
Yeah.
if they do, I'll be there.
Yep. So
They also do non like nerd stuff too. So Pink on the Pier
yes.
is a Plus Ultra sponsored event. It's like a fashion show. Well, it is a fashion show on the National Harbor Pier out here in DC. So that's fun. I went last year. I didn't go this year. I had a track meet that day, but
Hmm.
yeah, they do plenty of events.
Yeah. So check them out. Follow them on Instagram. All right. Now let's get into some video game news. We'll kick it off with the Borderlands 4 State of Play that happened this past week. Jaja, if you wanna take us through that.
Did you guys check it out at all? Are y'all
No.
Borderlands fans?
What kind of
No, I'm
question? What
not
kind
much a Borderland fan.
what kind of question is that, Jaja? You know that I'm not a first
No?
person shooter. No. I don't
Oh,
play.
looter shooter, no?
No. If
Okay, all right.
if
Well,
if the only weapon I have is a gun, I'm not playing it. I will not be good at
okay, got you. Well,
it.
I watched the state of play on it. I am a Borderlands fan. I think the game is really fun. With its third iteration out, the fourth iteration coming up, I'm like, we all know what Borderlands is. It's a looter shooter, gonna have some, you know, goofy characters, fun environments to explore and stuff like that. So we got 4 new hunters that they showcased all their abilities and stuff like that. And I guess they were trying to push that it looks really good on the PS5 Pro and all of that. And it is gonna be on every platform pretty much. I don't know about Nintendo, but definitely coming to PC and Xbox. It's gonna be crossplay, which is dope, amazing. But the game looks good. I mean, I wasn't really like blown away because it's like I know what I'm about to get. It's gonna be Borderlands, new characters, new abilities, new maps, new guns. Awesome. Like I'm here for it. Like it is what it is. It's nothing surprising. It's kind of sad that was the only game showcase for the state of play. Hopefully they come back with something else. I would really like a state of play on Ghost of Yote. I want to see like some more of that.
I mean, I assume they'll probably do one as it gets closer. When is that game supposed to come out? This year in fall? The fall?
October.
October, yes. Oh, and they're
Yeah,
happy
it's
that
coming
okay.
out in October. Like that should
Yeah,
have been with this state of play.
that's
I
true.
feel it was
That's
a
true.
missed opportunity. I feel like.
Well, maybe they'll do one later in the summer. Probably, maybe.
Yeah, this was a Borderlands specific state of play. So like how Nintendo had the direct for just Mario Kart. So this is like a single game state of play.
Yeah.
I understand. I understand, but it's not like an exclusive. So like this is just a Borderlands like PlayStation like whatever. So the game looks really good. I'm pretty sure it's gonna sell really good, and yeah, I got nothing really else to say on it. It was
Yeah.
they
Well,
added.
no, go
I was
ahead, go
like they
ahead.
added like a grapple and a glide. Some traversal
Yeah.
mechanics that look pretty cool. Got the Destiny glide in there and the Halo grapple. So
Nice.
yeah,
I bet Ghost of Yotei is happy that they now no longer have to compete with GTA 6, which was supposed to come out in the fall, but has been delayed once again to May of 2026, which is a pretty significant delay, and everybody was up in arms about this on the internet this weekend.
what were you guys really surprised? I feel like I've been
No,
saying that for mad long that this game was gonna get delayed. I had no faith that it was coming out this year.
didn't we talk about this a little bit last week? I said like, wouldn't we have seen like if it was coming out in the fall, like wouldn't we have seen like another trailer by now or like some kind of update? It's been a while since they dropped that first trailer. So yes, I'm not surprised. I also had a feeling that it was going to be delayed. But I feel like maybe they're looking at I mean, this game has been in development for a long time, so I feel like if they still didn't think it was ready, that's kind of like, well, that's kind of weird. But I feel like they're looking at the quality of some of these other big games that have come out this year, and they're like, oh, and then it made them look at their game and they're like, maybe we could do a little more with this. So if that's what they're doing, cool, I guess. But this is a lot of hype that's now building up around your delayed several times game. So it has to be a phenomenal game. Which I don't think that it won't be, but like just saying, keeping the people waiting, hanging on the edge. So now there's more pressure on you to deliver a good game, especially if it's gonna be a rumored $100, which I don't think it will be, but
That gives people more time to save up.
it's true because now everything is an investment in video games. You think maybe it won't be $100, but I think now with like everything else being raised, I feel like it is probably definitely at the minimum gonna cost $80. What do you guys think?
Um, Anything can happen. I think it
Yeah,
could
you
come
never
out.
know.
It could be a $80 game, $20, $30 for the online. Like they could remix this however they want. I don't know. I'm nervous on the price where the prices of games are going.
Yeah.
But what was I gonna say? It's interesting. I think Take-Two is the publisher or some company behind GTA 6, and they also do Borderlands 4, if I'm not being mistaken. And they've actually moved up the Borderlands 4 release date a week, which was some good news for people waiting for the game. but it's like y'all moved it up 1 week, and now you're delaying this game for like over 6 months. And I don't know. I kind of feel like this year there's been a lot of games coming out, and I don't know. I don't know if they're like trying to leave some space, some room to breathe. And then also I'm thinking about like it coming out late in the year. When does the game of the year thing cut off
That's a
for
good
you to
question.
Good
be?
question.
That is a good.
Because
Hold on, let me look it
I
up.
feel like they looked at Expedition 33 and they're like, oh, we game of the year. We haven't even come out yet. Oh no, we need to come out a little bit earlier in the year to like, you know, I don't know.
Let's see.
It could be a bunch of reasons.
Um, let's
It
see.
could be that they just know everyone's waiting for this game. Oh, let's push it back, and the hype is not going to go down. No, the hype is not going to die for this game.
So last year, it was November 22nd that your game had to be available for public consumption by November 22nd. That was for 2024. So I'm assuming it's probably around the same time for 2025 as well. And then I guess for 2026, I guess GTA will have enough time then if it's going to launch in May.
And
If
then
it's like
I
the
feel
same
like
month every year.
you would want to come out before the summer because a lot of people have free time in the summer.
Hmm.
Like why, that would help the game.
Yeah.
So
Okay. So I mean, I guess it's good. It just sucks because, I mean, I don't really know how many people were expecting it to actually come out in the fall. But like you said, like we already figured that it wasn't gonna come out. But yeah, that's just like a long time to wait for the people but you've already waited however many years. How long has it been? Like I don't know. Like it's been this many years. Like what is a couple more months at this point? You guys will be
mhm.
fine. There's a whole bunch of other games to play. Go play the other
Yeah,
games.
get through those backlogs.
Yeah, save your money because video game is like I don't know. It's like a
And not to mention the GTA 5 is just like dropped on Game Pass not too long ago. So people who didn't have access to that have a cheap alternative to get on GTA 5 and experience that, even though the
Those
online
are
is like pretty toxic because everyone's just whoever has the money and all the vehicles and guns are just gonna kill you on the map. Like I tried spawning into GTA 5 online recently, and as soon as I got in, $5,000 bounty put on your head. Now I'm running from people instead of doing what I wanted to do, and then you just get killed over and over by DeLoreans with rocket launchers. So, and motorcycles flying, hovering with rocket launchers and stuff. It's like, and then if you want that item, you have to pay like 50 real dollars in their currency to get this one thing. It's like, no.
No, that's crazy. Listen, in-game purchases are really wild to me. I would never, ever, ever spend money on an in-game purchase for a game. Um, okay. In sad news, EA, they've laid off a couple hundred employees as they cancel two incubation projects. And did it say what those projects were? It's Titanfall was one of them, right?
Well, yeah, they were working on some type of Titanfall sequel that was going to be like a extraction shooter. And
Hmm.
it's like, everyone's waiting for Titanfall 3. Just upgrade Titanfall 2 and put it out. Like, why are y'all trying to change this game? Like, this was such a missed opportunity. I'm so disappointed in EA for not dropping Titanfall 3.
Isn't everyone always disappointed with EA? I feel
Like,
like I feel like that's a natural feeling to have when one thinks of that company. And then what was the other project? Does it say?
I wasn't gonna pay attention. Was it another Star Wars game or something like that?
No, it didn't say what the other one was.
Yeah.
It named one of them, but didn't say what the other one was. So this is just more of a continued trend of what's going on in the video game industry. Really all industries, but the video game industry has been going through this for a while. So,
And
um,
it's a lot of people that get laid off. They're reporting like 300 to 400 people. Like,
yeah, yeah,
and they said 100 people at Apex Legends Studio Respawn. So yeah, it's
yeah.
it's it's not a good look.
Yeah. Well, I hope that those people can find other opportunities to make games and keep doing what they love, or maybe they can band together and create the next big thing, like the people that created Expedition 33.
And
Maybe
if you're
maybe
really
others will be
late,
inspired
you,
after the success of that game.
I was gonna say, like, if they're really lazy, why don't they do what they normally do and rehash their games like they did with Burnout and all the Maddens? Just remaster Titanfall 2 and put it out. Put it out for the current gen. I'm sure people would buy it up.
I mean, yeah,
But
that's what everyone else is
yeah.
doing. Remake City. But yeah, so that's just, more of the same happening. And in more sad news, Xbox has announced that it's raising its prices for its consoles and also for its video games, which they say is due to tariffs, which is probably true for in terms of the consoles. Video games, it could be because of tariffs, or it could just be because they are following a trend that we predicted was going to
Yeah,
start.
I didn't really see a Microsoft statement saying why exactly that they
Yeah,
did this,
it's
but
yeah. hmm
people are making their assumptions.
They
Um,
said market conditions. That's what they said. So they didn't say anything like too specific, but that's what that means, really. So the Xbox Series S will go from 299 to 379, which is an 27% increase, or $80, which is a jump. The Premium Series X Galaxy Black model will retail for 729, up from 599. That's $130. That is a big jump. That's kind of crazy. And then certain games from Microsoft owned studios will be priced at $80, up from $70. So really feeling it in the video game industry when we're buying our games.
yeah, they raised the prices of the controllers, everything. It's absolutely ridiculous.
And I will,
And
yeah. Go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say I'm like extremely disappointed in Microsoft and furious at them right now because like they always do this. So like every time they have the momentum and it's like, yo, y'all are going in the right direction. Hold fast, stay strong, and y'all are technically people look at y'all as in last place right now in terms of video game
Yeah.
big companies or whatever.
But
Like,
yeah, I mean, if it is, I mean, but there's not much to be done if it is because of tariffs. Their consoles are manufactured in China, so I mean, it's kind of putting them, it kind of like puts you then in a hard position to not raise your prices. PlayStation also raised the prices of their consoles as well. They announced that in mid-April. So I think this was
so
like, mhm.
I mean, one of the arguments is that like so Microsoft came out earlier and said they're like basically selling their consoles at cost, like they don't make a profit off their consoles, right?
Mhm.
And market conditions, whatever, the parts of the prices of parts go up, blah 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 blah. The Xbox Series X has been out for how many years? 4, 5 years. This
Mhm.
is usually when we get that pro model that is supposed to, cheapen the cost of production and cheapen the cost of the system for us. So if Xbox hasn't done that yet, why are we paying the price for it? Like y'all should have been found a way to make your consoles cheaper and you know what I mean? Like this is not a problem that should be the consumer's problem.
Well,
But
no, none of it should be, but that is where we are with everything.
it's very disappointing. I'm not paying $80 for a game. I'll tell you that right now. Sorry.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
That's about to boom.
yeah, if that's gonna be the standard price of games now, I'm really gonna be like thinking like extra hard before I purchase a game. And like, yeah, people are like, oh, it's only $10 more, but like that adds up after a while. I don't know. I don't know what y'all
It
are.
was only $10 more the last time they raised it.
Exactly. It's $10 more in an economy where everything else is also becoming like super expensive. It's like I can't just be like going out to blindly purchase games. That's crazy.
I think one of their systems, the special edition Xbox Series X, like that comes with 2 terabytes, it's like $1,000. Like,
Oh no.
what they're basically pricing out people.
Xbox is
So
not worth
like
that much money.
it's so ridiculous right now.
Yeah. It is quite crazy. Yeah, and
I
this
wonder
and
how many new Xboxes are being created because, like, I imagine they still have like stock somewhere that's already made that didn't necessarily need to be the price to be increased.
that's
But
true.
I could see a case being made for like, okay, now if we make any more consoles beyond this, it costs us more to make. But like, there's probably some just sitting in a warehouse somewhere, and they're like,
Oh,
no,
I'm
I just
sure.
charge more for the existing ones that's already out.
Greed, corporate greed. Yes. Yes, it's true. And I will say it again. I said this last week. If y'all are gonna be charging me $80 for video games, bring back the demos. Like, I need
Demos
to
for
know what
sure.
I'm getting myself into before I purchase, before I sink my almost basically $100. Just round up. You're basically paying $100 for a game. I need to know if I'm gonna enjoy it. And don't make it difficult for me to return it either.
And put the discs back in the collector's editions.
Yeah, because like what else? Wait, what else comes with the collector's? Don't you get like a statue or like something physical? Like what did you get in there when you ordered? Did
Oh,
you?
I got just regular physical. No, I didn't get a
Oh,
regular
never mind. I
edition.
think I got that. Okay, okay.
Yeah. No, it comes with like a mask, the sash that she was using to like
Oh,
mark the
if you're
names
getting
out,
all
stuff
this
like that.
other physical stuff, just give me also the physical game. Like, why would
Yeah,
you give me
literally.
the digital game?
Give me a
Um,
digital copy of the game.
yeah, and also, by the way, and then like if the digital games are also $80, then yes, we do need to bring back physical games because I'm not paying $80 for something that I technically don't really own.
That's
A
another thing.
licensed copy.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. So, yes, let us bring back physical games. Let's stock the shelves at Best Buy again, please, because this is crazy right now what's going on. So
And I don't think this was a I don't know. I don't know because I'm not in the Xbox company or Microsoft, and I don't know what they're. But I'm just gonna assume. I'm gonna believe because I believe in Phil Spencer. I don't think this was an Xbox decision. I think this came from Microsoft because, like you said, Shannon, Zoom went up. A
mhm,
bunch of things went up. Everything went up on Microsoft side. Like I'm like so.
yeah.
I feel like this came straight from the top. Hey, do this. You have to do it. Shut up, y'all are not as pro. And then their earnings call came out, and I think the only place they lost some money. I forgot the percentage, but it was on console sales. But Game Pass growth has been up crazy. I think they said 45% over PC Game Pass is growth rates the past year, fiscal year, whatever. And their game sales are doing extremely well. There's stories this week all over the place about how all Xbox games are at the top of the PlayStation 5 sales charts. So they're making a killing off of selling games to PlayStation. And I mean, being that y'all don't have access to Game Pass, like y'all are like forced. I don't want to say forced because buying games is just like a natural part of this thing, but like y'all have to pay full price for the game. So like they're just making a killing off of that. And some of the games even are boosted on PS5 Pro. Like they all have better versions of the game.
Hmm.
So ugh, it's just sucks. It sucks so bad.
I know it does. It
Some
does.
corporate greed out there.
But like if Expedition 33, if the company what's the name of the company that made that game? Sorry, I don't want to keep mentioning it without like actually saying
Fanfall Interactive, if I'm
Sand,
not
yeah, I think
mistaken.
that's what it is. If they can make a game that looks that beautiful for and only charge $50 for it, then like what is everybody else doing? Like I don't understand. I don't know. I guess I just it's weird where we're at right
There's
now.
some, there's a lot of speculation of a like at least a AAA gaming industry crash coming.
Mm,
And
I wouldn't be
speaking from
surprised.
history, when I like was doing my little deep dive on history, when like the Atari first came out, and you know how Pong was like the first game sold and whatever, and the way they used to work back then is that they built the console like with one game on it. Like you pretty
Hmm.
much could only play one game on a console and maybe two or three they literally had like a switch on it that you could just switch in between games.
Hmm.
So there was a lot of companies got involved, and when they would make their games, they would have to make a whole brand new console for it. So there was like a bunch of different consoles out with the same game. Everybody was just copying Pong, and like that's when the first gaming like crash happened.
Mm.
And so it's like y'all just repeat history just repeats itself sometimes in the gaming industry. I feel like
In the world too. So
so, and
yeah.
it's like y'all if y'all are spending millions and hundreds of millions of dollars to come out with a game and then y'all are looking to recoup that hundreds of millions of dollars because y'all wanted to dump that into the game that didn't need that much money. Like this is on you. So yeah, I'm boycotting $80 games. I'm not paying $80 for a game. Sorry.
I'm
Might
curious.
miss out on GTA 6 because of it, because I know that's gonna be up there.
But you said, wait, Jaja, you said like a couple months ago that you would spend $100 on it.
I said it might in my mind,
Hmm.
it could be worth I could see it selling for $100. Let me
Okay,
rephrase my take. I
okay.
personally am not gonna be happy to spend $100 on GTA 6,
Who would be
but
though?
I can see it
Mhm.
selling for $100. Look at the Nintendo
Yeah,
Switch. All the noise that was about that, it came
yeah,
out so like hotcakes. Like people are
it
gonna
did.
buy it.
It
But
did.
will I buy it?
Yeah, no one's gonna be happy to spend $100 on a
Some
video
people
game.
are. Some people are happy
Happy? Like
to
they'll do
give
it, but will they be?
$80 for Nintendo Switch game. There are some people making an argument for it. Yes.
That's weird.
Yes. There's some people like I don't want to call these YouTube channels out, but like
Mm.
there's some people saying that like people who don't want to spend money on their hobby are like broke boys. You know, there's a lot of conversations going on in the
I do
industry
see
right
those
now.
takes
It's
out there.
absolutely insane.
What? That is okay. That's really crazy. That's really crazy. That's a really crazy
It's
take.
insane.
You can spend
People are
okay, so then
pulling out
you spend all your
inflation
money on video
calculators.
games.
Oh, inflation. We spent
Oh,
this much.
I've seen
This is
those
how
takes.
much a dollar was worth
I've seen
then.
those.
No one cares about
No one
that. This is
cares.
my dollar now. Like, what are you talking about?
Yep. No
Go
one
back
cares.
to that. Go back to whatever year you're talking about and get me $20 from there and see if you just bring it to 2025. If it just changes to fucking. Sorry for my
No,
language,
you're
but
fine.
like,
You're fine.
it, it's nuts.
Listen, people out there, don't let the internet bullies bully you into making you sound crazy because you don't want to spend $80 for a game. You're not crazy. You are correct. They are crazy. That's all I'll say about that.
Mhm.
Uh, um, yeah. Anything else about video games before we move into TV movie news?
It's
No.
only getting more expensive.
Yes. As with everything else. I'll be paying $40 to go to the movies, $80 on a video game. I don't know. $20 for 1 gallon of
Man,
gas. I don't know. Like what's I don't know. Like I don't know. Like it's all like
yeah, that too. I went to go see Thunderbolts. It was Thunderbolts. What did I get? Like a soda and nachos. My bill was like almost $40. I'm
Yep.
like, what
Yep.
is this?
What is this? Indeed. Okay. So Thunderbolts came out, highly anticipated, came out this weekend. It is on track for a $70 million opening for the weekend. It made 31.5 million across Thursday previews and Friday opening day. If it is on track for 70, between 70 and 75, it's going to be like on the lower end of more recent Marvel movies. For instance, like when Black Widow opened, it opened at 80 million. And then when Guardians of the Galaxy it opened at 94, and Captain America opened at I think like 80, 88. So it'll be on the lower end. But there are predictions that it's gonna hold a lot better than some of the past movies that have like the most recent movies that have come out. Like for instance, Captain America, it had a strong opening, but it had a very, very sharp fall off in second weekend and then so on and so forth. But Thunderbolts, I think people were just like less hype about Marvel because of all of the other bad things that have come out. But I feel like word of mouth is going to bring people more to the theaters and it's going to hold stronger over time instead of having like a steep fall off like Captain America did. So we'll see. But it's not doing like terribly in its opening right now. We saw the movie yesterday. Jaja, you saw the movie yesterday also, right?
Mhm.
All
Mhm.
right, let's talk about it. I'm very interested, Jaja, to know what your thoughts are. And it's always you because you always have the hot take. So I
I
definitely always
really
want to
want to
know.
hear you guys' opinion first.
Okay, I'll go first, I guess. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I'll just tell you, I have little nitpicks about it, but overall, I really enjoyed the movie in terms of like this movie compared to other Marvel projects. I think that this is the best movie that I've seen from Marvel since Guardians 3 came out. Yes. And it's definitely one of my favorites, like post Endgame. So I can really only count on one hand the amount of movies post Endgame that I've really, really liked. That's like Black Widow. Wait, did Black Widow come out after Endgame or before? In between? Never mind. It came out in between. So Spider-Man, I really liked. Guardians 3, and then this movie are the three movies that I've really, really liked. Post Endgame, everything else kind of just like eh. So I really, really enjoyed it. I thought everyone's acting was really, really good. What I think this movie did really well that other movies haven't done, like when you look at Deadpool, which was like really all shock value. Like there was no real like when you look at like the story of Deadpool, there really wasn't one. It was just all just random cameos for shock value and like stuff like that. So you look at that, that's one thing. We look at stuff like Spider-Man. Spider-Man was good, but like Spider-Man was like just riding on the nostalgia wave also. But I feel like this movie had a really good storyline and it stood on its own really well without having to like rely on those other things like shock value and things like that. Like I thought it was genuinely funny. I thought the storyline was genuinely good and the characters I genuinely cared about. So I really enjoyed it. I liked it a lot. My only nitpick was that the plot at first I had to like think about it a little bit more. At first, the plot was like very power friendshipy, but like for the villain. But I thought about it and I was like, oh, this was like a really good. And then I listened to some other podcasts that like called it out. Like this is like kind of like the first time where we've seen a superhero movie like focus on like mental health when it comes to like the villain and like weave that into the storyline, like depression and things like that. So like that was really cool actually when you think about it a lot. So I liked it. I liked it a lot, and I think it is a very solid film. That was my take.
Well, up next here, I thought it was cool. I give it like a 7 out of 10. It
Hmm.
wasn't super exciting for me. I the characters aren't really any of the characters that I was like super excited to see. Like
Hmm.
Winter Soldier. I mean, I think he's cool, but he's not all that
What? I love
exciting for
Bucky.
me. I'm a Spider-Man fan, so
Yes.
um, yeah, no, it was cool. Power friendship. I was like, dang, that's how we're gonna go out here. But like you're right, it hasn't really happened that much
Yeah.
in superhero movies,
But it
so
makes
I can't be
sense.
too mad about it.
The power friendship thing makes sense though, because it's like they tried to fight him and clearly they couldn't. So it's like
Yeah, it was nothing they could do with that guy.
yeah, if they got some weird power up and then suddenly had the power to defeat him, then that would have been worse to me. So I'm like, really, the power friendship was the only thing to do at that point. So I thought it was good in that way. Continue, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but as far as like this team of heroes together, I wouldn't say I'm like thrilled for more movies featuring them, but I mean, I'll probably watch them.
Yeah.
Really, I just want to see Spider-Man.
James is just
That's what it comes down to,
essentially James is like, if Spider-Man's not in it, I don't care about it.
pretty much.
That's what it is. Okay, I'll talk about the Avengers part of it after I hear Jaja's initial response. Go ahead, Jaja.
Okay. Drum roll, please. I thought this was the worst. This movie was trash.
No, it was not. So, oh my
I
God, you
did
always
not
have
like this
you always
movie.
have the hottest take, Jaja. What is happening over
And
there?
I did not enjoy this movie at all.
Why?
Yeah. Did not get your 40s worth, huh?
I was so like, what are we doing? This, and it could have been something really, really like I feel like
It
with
was
the
really
whole mental health thing, like they dipped their toe in the water. They didn't really put their foot in and really attack the subject. Like, what is the void? What is he? Is he a monster that was inside of him the whole time and y'all
yeah, they
gave
didn't
him
explain it well. Yeah.
serum and he's like a super depression monster and now he wants everybody to be like in their own void, in their own depression, like that was inside of them. Like, what is the motivations for the
Mhm.
void? Like, what was that whole thing? They did not explain it at all. And I'm like,
Yeah, they didn't explain like his background really well. That is also yeah, that's another nitpick too, because it's like
and
yeah, go ahead.
so, and then that whole scene where he became Sentry, right? And you're saying, and they're showing how overpowered he is, and the little team up fight that they had against him. It was very short. That was like the besides the beginning fight where they fought each other. That was the second fight, and that was like the most of the action for the show.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
he's throwing people outside of windows, breaking stuff in the building, and then they go outside and everyone's just walking around in New York City like da 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 da. Oh yeah, look, glass is shattering, but we don't care. Like that just took me out of the movie. I was like, people are just walking around regular while y'all are like fighting upstairs and breaking windows and all this stuff. And then the scene that I thought had been could like it missed the powerfulness when Yelena was crying to her dad and like New Yorkers are just walking by them while they're in their
Oh
suits
yeah,
and
I heard
stuff.
that
I'm
take
like,
on a
what
podcast too.
is
Yeah.
going on in this movie? And then the jokes, too many jokes. In the
I
beginning, I was mad at the jokes because I'm like, okay, y'all are going way too hard on the jokes and they're not hitting. But then some of them started to hit. So I
I
was
thought
like,
all the
ah.
jokes hit.
But then it was too many. There were too many jokes for this to be a movie about the subject that it was about. It didn't let me get into that side because I'm like, y'all always take me out with a joke. And then, like, these are supposed to be the dark version of the Avengers, not the goofy, funny comedian clown Avengers. Like, what is going on?
Yeah, but look at the people that were in it. Like
I
Like,
don't look at them as comedians. The Red Guardian, yes, let him be the comic relief.
but he
But
was the
let
comic
him
relief.
do it.
It was mostly him, though. It was mostly
It
him.
wasn't.
Yeah, it
Everybody was
was.
making their little jokes. Everybody played a part in the jokes. And it wasn't, it took me out the movie. It was way too many jokes.
I thought it was funny. I liked the funny parts of it. Wow, Jaja, that is really crazy. But I shouldn't be surprised because this is always it. It's always the complete opposite.
And
I know
then
if I like something, Jaja won't like it.
it's like, okay, this super powered, like Sentry's supposed to be all like most powerful Avenger ever. How are they gonna defeat him? And I didn't really feel the stakes of that. I didn't. Homegirl came with a kill switch that she made in the last 5 minutes. And then it's like, y'all use the power of friendship to get him out of his void. But what happened with the kill switch? What was the damage done? Like Homeboy's just back now, and now the void is reversed for everybody. And it's like, how did that happen? How did he come back to life?
The same
Like,
way he
I don't
came back to life when they shot him down in the beginning. I don't know. They didn't explain it though.
In the
You're right.
beginning, he's bulletproof.
Yeah,
They
that's what I'm
can't
saying.
shoot him.
Well, that's okay. Yes, they didn't explain it. I will agree with you on that. They
So
didn't
I'm
really
like,
explain his backstory
what was
well.
this kill switch? He's like, oh, you got the kill switch. Oh, we destroyed it. Oh no, make another one. Okay, is it a button? Was it a shot? What happened? You saw his eyes like turn bloody a little bit around his pupils. So I'm like, did they explode his brain?
That's
Like,
what
what
I
is going
assumed.
on?
I mean, I think some things you have to use your imagination for. That's what we assumed, but it ultimately doesn't matter because it didn't work. So like, I don't think we had to like focus too much on it. I think if he was actually dead, then it would have been worse that they didn't explain what it was. But he wasn't dead, so it doesn't really matter what it was.
They didn't. I didn't. I thought he was dead. And at the end of the movie, I'm like, how did he come back? How did y'all just get rid of the void?
Because he's too powerful.
It didn't.
I mean, I was able to get that. Okay. I mean,
I did not like this movie at all.
So did you like Captain America more than this movie? Because
Yeah.
that's crazy. That's a crazy take. That's a crazy take. Because that movie was horrible.
If Sam Wilson can find a way to go toe to toe with the Red Hulk, and I appreciate that whole fight at the end more now. Because I'm like, yo,
No.
at least you stood 10 toes against the Red Hulk and fought him. They got destroyed and then came back with the power of friendship to win the
Because
fight.
they
Oh my
couldn't,
God.
because they couldn't fight him. So it's like, what? Okay. First of all, I will say, I mean, you're entitled to your opinion, obviously, but Captain America was not better than this movie. It was not. It wasn't. It wasn't at all. It wasn't at all. When I think about how I thought the Void like looked really cool compared to like how what's his face looked and there's just so many things about this movie that were better than Captain America. I don't know, but you know, we're all entitled to our takes. I thought this movie was a solid 8. I enjoyed it a lot. But we all know Jaja will not be seeing it again or probably watching it again ever.
This movie was horrible.
No, it wasn't horrible. This is hurting my heart a little bit.
I'm
This
like,
is
it could have
definitely
been so much more. Like, tackle the. I know it's a sensitive subject, but tackle it. Like, tackle the whole mental health thing. Tell us what's going on with Sentry. It was very lukewarm. Like, I didn't really get into it for me at least.
I do think that it could, because like this was in terms of Marvel movies, it was on the shorter side. It was like 2 hours. I do feel like it could have been like 2.5 hours, like more on par with some of their other movies, to like so that they could have expanded more on the things that they didn't explain. Like I feel like there was room for that in there. Yeah, it was kind of short. And I just feel like anytime a Marvel movie is bringing together a group of people that we haven't seen work together before and like introducing a new purpose to the story, I feel like the movie has to be longer because you have to have us. Sorry, hold on. Sorry, a random internet ad. I had like the tabs open. A random internet ad started playing in my headphones. I'm like, what am I hearing right now? So I had to find where it was coming from. What was I saying? Crap. Oh yeah, I feel like the movie was too short. Yeah, they need time to like expand so like we understand what's going on. Like to your point, they could have explained his backstory a little bit better because everyone was like, oh, like you can't give someone like that like you can't like trust him with these abilities because like he's too unstable. But I feel like we didn't really know anything about him aside from the fact that I mean later we found out about him, but it's like why did everybody think before that he was so dangerous? Because like the only thing we knew about him was that he was a meth addict, and I'm like, is that it? I feel like that could have been expanded on a little more and like it wasn't. So that's what I'm saying. It's not a perfect movie, but in terms of like the last few movies I've seen, it's definitely one of the better movies in this post Endgame phase for me. How did you feel?
We can agree to disagree.
We totally can, Jaja. I am not even surprised. This is the pattern, and it has been consistent since I've known you. It's
I,
always,
I,
it's
yeah,
always, it's
sorry.
always the opposite. It's always the opposite take. It never fails. It's a formula at this
And
point.
then, yeah, and then I'm like, it is the unpopular opinion because I was watching our boy EA Bosses break down and Easter eggs, and he's
Yeah.
like, "This is the best movie." Since I was like, "Oh my,
That's what I mean, but
let me
that's the
see,
majority. That's the
let me see
majority.
what she's saying
The
about it." Ah, no, 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 no.
majority.
What are you talking
But
about?
this is you though. This is you always are the opposite of the majority. It's a very
And this
interesting
is
thing.
coming from someone who I think Black Widow is up there as one of the best Marvel
Oh no,
movies.
Black Widow
And I
was a
love
great
Red
movie.
Garden.
Yeah.
Like I love him and Yelena's chemistry and how they joke around and like I like the jokes, but the jokes was just too many jokes and everybody was a jokester in that movie. Oh my God.
I enjoyed the humor. I thought the humor was good. Okay, but how did you feel about them? So my last complaint when we talked about Captain America and I talked about how they didn't really set up the Avengers in any kind of way, this movie kind of like really throws it in your face a little bit. So how did you feel about that? When they were introduced as the new Avengers at the end? Yes. Yeah,
You
you
know
go
how I
ahead.
felt about it. I
Okay.
hated it.
Okay.
I get it. The only part that I liked is like, okay, oh, this is one of the teams that's gonna fight in Battle World for Doomsday. All right,
Mhm.
got it. Understood. But I didn't. I thought this movie should. This was like a Sentry origin story. It should have been. This movie should have been called Sentry.
But I mean, I guess no. I think it's fine. I liked it. James, what did you think about that part?
Wasn't a huge fan. I
Mm,
still like the OG Avengers.
well, yeah. Well, but they're gone.
Yeah.
We have to let them go. I mean, but I do think there's gonna be another team because like in the post credit scene as we saw, like Sam Wilson is opposed to them being the Avengers, so he's gonna have his own team of Avengers. So whoever's gonna be on that team, I still don't know. So we'll see, I guess. But there's this other B team Avengers. So we'll see what happens. I appreciated it just because the way that it happened, like the way that I look at Val, um, I appreciate her like one step ahead of you type thing that was going on in this movie. So I liked her. So the way that she ended up doing it, like I thought it made sense for her character, and I thought it was fine. It was like a little shocking at first, but I was like, oh, okay, I can see how she was able to manipulate this, um, into this happening. So I was okay with it. I was okay with it. Um, but so this is one team Avengers who really can't do anything uh for the incoming galactic threat that they're about to face. Um, I feel like will be completely useless in battle. These are all like street level fighters with like no real superpowers. So like I feel like they're gonna be kind of useless. But like who then is on the other Avengers team? Who is on Sam Wilson's Avengers team? Shuri, Shang-Chi. Who else? I
And
don't even
people with
know. I
some
don't know.
powers, hopefully.
Spider-Man? I don't know. I don't know who's on that team.
That's what we need.
Definitely people with powers is what we need. So I'm curious to see how that's gonna play out. Curious to see. What did you guys think of the end credit scene? The second one, which was the most important one, the one where Fantastic Four's ship was coming in from the other whatever universe they're from. I forgot the name. The forgot the
I mean,
number.
I guess for me, it kind of spoiled the end for
Yes,
Fantastic Four.
I thought that. I thought that too.
Like,
I didn't think they needed it honestly because it kind of does. It kind of does. Um, I thought the same way. Um, it broke the
so
record
for
though for the
whatever reason, the
mhm.
Fantastic Four, like spoiler alert for those who haven't seen it, for whatever reason, the Fantastic Four is going to have to leave their universe.
Yes.
Whether their universe gets destroyed or whether they just have to leave it for some reason, now they come into our MCU, and I guess they're going to be their own little team. I don't know, but
Yeah. It's gonna be a bunch of
mm,
Doomsday is gonna be a bunch of little teams, I think. And I mean, I don't know, who knows.
mhm.
But yeah, I agree with you. It did kind of spoil it. I feel like we could have gone without. I understand they're just trying to build up hype for the next thing, which then will build up hype for the big thing. But I feel like we could have gone without it. I don't know.
Yeah, it did give away a lot. So
Yeah.
not that I'm
Um,
not excited for Fantastic Four still. I'll still go
yeah, of
check
course.
it out
I'm
for
still
sure.
excited
But
for it. Yeah. Because like we
I
don't know
think I
what
think we already know
happens.
how that movie's gonna end.
Kind of. Or maybe we think we know how it's gonna end. So I guess I'm
Well,
curious
it's a
to,
good
I guess,
misdirection, huh?
I guess I'm just curious to see because like people will start talking about it and making their theories and like there's really like a lot of different reasons why. So I guess we will see when it comes out. Sidebar about Fantastic Four. Spivey, yesterday when we were driving home from DC, I was talking about how I was excited for Fantastic Four. And Spivey said, quotes, and I'm calling her out right now. She's going to listen to this. Spivey says that Fantastic Four looks horrible. Her words. Her words, not mine. I was like, what is wrong with you?
Ivy,
Hot take.
Hot
I'm
take.
super. I for like out of the summer movies between Fantastic Four, Superman, and even I'll throw Jurassic World Rebirth in there because I'm hyped for that too. I think Fantastic Four is like the top of what I'm
Yeah.
hyped for.
She said it looks horrible. She said that the thing looks really bad. And I'm like, the thing looks very comic book accurate. I don't know what you're talking about right now. Like I was very much so in disbelief when she
Hmm.
said that. I was like, okay, but you're still coming to see it with me, so it's fine. It's cool. Whatever. I'm sure she'll like it by the end. But yeah, I was very surprised when she said that. I hope you've I hope you've changed your mind while you're listening to this, Spidey. Okay, well, Jaja, so since you hated it so much, what
Mhm.
do you rate it on a scale of 1 to 10?
4.5.
4.5? That's crazy.
I did not. You're lucky I don't give it lower. I'm
Hmm.
almost tempted to give another hot take that I enjoyed freaking the last Thor movie better than this one.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Don't even say that out loud. Take it back. Take it. Take it back because that movie was terrible.
I don't
This
know. I
movie
gotta
was
go back and
this movie
rewatch.
was so much better than Thor: Love and Thunder.
Definitely, I like the Marvels better. I like Captain America: Brave New World better. There was more story. Like this, would they didn't touch on the freaking story that I was looking for. I want to know
What
what the
story were
frick
you
is the
looking for?
void. What is the void? What is this? What motivates him? Why does he want everybody to be voided?
Because of his own trauma and depression.
Did
Misery loves company, huh?
Yes, that's what it is.
yeah,
It's his
but they
own
didn't
trauma that
really
makes him the void.
explain that.
They didn't really explain anything in freaking Thor: Love and Thunder when Jane was just Thor and nobody seemed to care about it. That movie was so bad. That's probably the worst Marvel movie that ever exists, that ever existed. It's at the bottom, at the very, very, very bottom. That movie is. So there is no way that Thor: Love and Thunder is better than this movie. There's no way. There's no way.
Shannon, I left this movie really, really disappointed. I'm not gonna lie. I
I'm
might be
sorry.
exaggerating a little bit, but yeah, I left really disappointed.
That is very shocking. But you know, you have your opinion. It makes me sad though. Your opinion makes me sad. Um, Good job, Marvel. I thought you did really good, and it was very refreshing after bad movie, or I won't say bad, mediocre movie after mediocre movie, which apparently this movie was mediocre to Jaja, but not to the majority of the
All of
internet.
that could be
The
debated.
majority of the world, this movie perform is really is really good. So it was refreshing for me to finally see a good Marvel movie compared to the things that we've been getting. So I'm hopeful for Fantastic Four and hopefully the things that come after. It feels like a good reset to me, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I give it an 8. 8 out of 10. And James, what did you give it? You gave it a 7, right? You said
7, yeah.
7. It's pretty well. It's pretty good. So we'll see how it holds up in the coming weeks. But if you haven't seen Thunderbolts yet and you're on the fence, I would say go with an open mind. Don't listen to Jaja until you see it for yourself. And then form your bad opinion if you have one. But I personally
You
think it
want to
was very
spend
good.
that much money.
That too. Because the movie's
Cannot wait
expensive.
to go see Sinners again, and I'm mad that it's been taken out of IMAX for Thunderbolts. I'm so mad about that.
Yeah. Although they did put it back in 70 millimeter, in like 3 theaters, for a limited time. So that's good. Maybe I'll go see it while they put it back because I didn't see it I saw it in standard. So I want to experience it in 70 millimeter. So maybe I'll do that while it's still here. Um, all right. Uh, really quickly in live action. That was so sad. I can't believe you hated the movie that much. I'm stuck on it. I can't even move on. I can't even move on to the next thing.
I'm sorry.
Very sad. Okay, real quick, live action remake corner. Expedition 33, it's already been announced that there is a movie that is going to be produced by the same team that produced Sonic. That was very, very quick. But I said this last week. I said that it has a good story that would make for a good live action. Well, it doesn't even say if it's going to be live action or not, but it's a movie adaptation. And I said that the story was interesting enough to actually be adapted into a movie. And people wasted no time securing the rights to that. So we'll see.
Yeah, I want to say there was rumors of like I think they were bidding for the movie rights before the game even came out. Like
Yeah.
it was already set in stone. Like this was gonna be a movie.
Yeah.
I did see a funny Instagram post that they want what's the guy from I'm bad with actor names. What's the guy from the vampire movie and the wolves? Patterson.
Oh,
Pat
Robert Pattinson. Oh,
yeah,
what
they
they
want him
should
to be the main guy.
he should.
And he looks like the main guy, I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. I think we're pushing our luck with Robert Pattinson. He's not a bad actor. He was okay in the Batman.
I'm
But
just saying he looks like him. I'm not
yeah.
saying his acting is phenomenal because I did
Yeah.
not like him in Batman and I did not watch the Vampire Wolf movies. So
Twilight.
yeah.
The Vampire Wolf movie. Um, but yes, if this is done right, then this could be like a really successful video game adaptation. And Sonic is a very successful movie franchise, so this is a good team, I guess, to be behind it. So we'll look forward to that, I guess.
I am gonna say that the game feels like a movie.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
the bar is pretty high. Like this ain't no automatic, oh, this is gonna turn into a good movie. The game feels like a movie.
Yeah. But
So
the plot is there though, so it's not like
right, but
yeah.
you gotta make it look. I mean, I don't know how
Well,
they're gonna
yeah.
do it, but I feel like I'm watching a movie while I'm playing this game. It's like so
Yeah.
beautiful. So
So yeah. So I mean like the graphic, however they decide to do it, the VFX have to be like up there for sure. Um and yeah, and if it makes a successful movie, then this is just a very successful project for this team. It's kind of like an underdog story. Like these people left Ubisoft because they were fed up with them and their nonsense, and they came together and created something super successful, their first project. So that's like really, really, that's a really inspiring story for anyone that feels like kind of crushed by the video game industry right now. Like it's just cool to look at that and like see what they were able to do. So, and already people have bid on movie rights for it. So that's amazing. Congrats to them. Um, but yeah, we'll see. So they haven't cast anybody yet. They're looking for a director and they're looking for cast now. So a couple years and we'll see what's going on with this movie. But yeah, I'm not, this is
you
the
don't
only,
have a you don't like own an Xbox, right, Shannon?
no, I used to, but not anymore.
Okay,
Why?
gotcha. Jocelyn could share the game with you.
Oh,
You
no,
used
I
to
don't.
you used to share your games. You used to
Yeah,
get-
no, I don't own an Xbox, unfortunately. I could never get it. Even when I had an Xbox, I just didn't like it as much as my PlayStation. It's something about the
Gotcha.
controller that I just never got used to the controller like over like a PlayStation controller. I
Oh,
don't know.
so then Game Pass with the PS5 controller,
Yeah,
easy.
yeah, I could. But I'm just gonna buy this game on my PlayStation. It's because it's out for PlayStation too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So
Mhm.
I'm just gonna buy it on there. But yeah, I'm excited to play it. I just don't want to play it before I finish Assassin's Creed. Fiscally responsible. That's my motto for the rest of the year. Um, all right. Anything else before we wrap up for this week?
Final Fantasy Rebirth 3 dropped some gameplay. You might want to check it out. It might be
What?
coming out sooner than you think.
No, it didn't. I didn't see that. Where?
I saw it like right before we came on the pod. I was watching a video.
Was it a real, was that a real trailer or was that fan made?
It was like on no, it was a real I don't know if it was gameplay from Rebirth 3, but there is news about it. So I would just check it out. They're saying that the game has started production, like they finished the story of what it was
Okay.
gonna be, and like it's in like full production right now.
2027. Well,
That's
yeah,
the release date?
well, it's expected in 2027. That makes sense. I wasn't expecting it to come out next year. Um, so I guess it just feels so far away. But that's exciting. I'm very excited and I hope that they finish it out correctly. We'll see. Uh, anything else from you, James, before we wrap up?
Nah, none for me.
No JoJo's shameless plugs.
Oh, I just bought the last part of the Blu-ray that I haven't had. It was on
Nice.
sale, so
So now you're done? You have all of them?
all that's been animated so far.
Nice. Look at that.
The next part is coming soon, and I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Well, thank you everyone once again for tuning into the podcast. As always, you can like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram at Blerdsnerds, follow us on TikTok, Blerdsnerds_pod. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel. Yes, please subscribe to our YouTube channel if you are more of a visual watcher. You can watch us on there. Or you can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your podcast listening app of choice. And email us at blerdsnerds@gmail.com if you are a creator of color in the nerd space, or if you have any episode suggestions for us. As always, I'm Shannon.
I'm James.
I'm Jaja.
Thanks for listening, guys. Bye.
Peace.